In this sport, you don't wait for judges to decide your fate. TenexToken puts you in control. Stake instantly, speculate discreetly, and keep your moves private. TenexToken. Play smart, play discreet. This is Coogan Cassius for IFLTV. Delighted to be joined Monday morning, as you promised me the other day, Frank. How are you, mate?
I'm good. Tremendous sporting weekend. Top of the league. Good football yesterday. 4 points clear. Only let 3 goals in this season in the Premiership. How bad is that?
Well, somebody pointed out that Liverpool.
How good is that? I should say.
Yeah. Liverpool conceded the same amount of goals against Brentford as we have in 13 games this season. So
Correct.
Wonderful.
And we were 5 points behind a couple of weeks ago.
But early days, we're not counting any chickens yet. We're going to see how it all plays
out. It's ours to screw up.
No, like it is normally. Right, let's obviously track back to Saturday night. Fantastic night at the O2, and every time, whenever there are shows now, we kind of realise why there isn't more shows at the O2. Frank, the atmosphere there was brilliant, wasn't it, for Parker and Wardley?
Well, it was rammed out for a top class, top quality heavyweight fight.
And you apparently can't sell a ticket, can you, for your shows?
No, we do struggle, but we work hard at it, and people know quality when they see it, and that was a quality fight. I mean, listen, these are guys at the top of their trade. I mean, he was the number 2 heavyweight in the world going into that fight, Joe Parker, against an undefeated fighter who's done everything that's been asked of him up to as yet. And what a treat we got on the night. What a fantastic fight it was. I mean, they gave everything, those two. They left everything in the ring. And, it's just a fabulous atmosphere and a fabulous fight.
A lot of questions, obviously, prior to the fight. I know it was kind of overused about, why the fight was even happening. Did they really need to take it? But, I mean, for Fabio Wardley, I mean, we'll come on to him properly in a second, but his story is just, I mean, it's so unusual, Frank, that you see that level of no amateur, those handful of white collar fights, and to be now in this position that Fabio's in.
Well, when he turned pro with all that background, would you have had said after 20 fights he'd be the interim champion and number 1 challenger to Usyk? No one. What odds would you have got with that? You probably got like 1,000,000 to 1. I mean, no one could have thought that. But he's done everything what he's had to do. He's learned on the job, and he does learn. And in that fight on Saturday, it was a tough fight, but I was impressed with some of his work, his body shots. He was working well to the body, and he was in with Joe Parker, who's a really good fighter. Was he on a roll of about 6 fights? Was it?
Yeah.
I mean, against a lot of top 10 ranked fighters.
Yeah.
And I mean, it was a fabulous fight. It was, the first 4 rounds I had it even. Then Joe started, nicking the rounds and coming through or winning the rounds. But you just look at Fabio, and what impresses me with him, if he gets caught, and and big shots, some big shots he gets caught with, how quickly he gets his composure back. And goes back on the front foot. I mean, both of them are true warriors. And the end of that 10th round, he had. Well, first of all, the second round, I don't know why in an interview I said it was the first, so I'm getting old. But the second round, when Joe's gum shield come out, I generally thought that done him a favour. But then, as I say, Joe got back into the fight and done what he had to do. And then at the end of that 10th round, Fabio, was really piling on the pressure, and the bell come, I think, a very good moment for Joe. And then I said to Tyson, who was sitting next to me, who is, Joe Parker's biggest supporter, his brother, as he calls him, one of his brothers. And I said to him, next round is going to be the end of the fight. I said to him, either Joe is going to come back, or Fabio may have blown himself out, frankly, through so many shots in that end of that 10th round. But they came out, and he started off as he finished the end of the 10th. I don't know where he finds it from. He's got such a good chin, and he was throwing a lot of shots, catching Joe. Joe was slipped a few of them, took some on his arms, but he was getting caught, and the referee did the right thing. And Tyson said the same thing as what I said. It was stopped correctly at the right moment in time. Some of these people who've gone on about it and banging on about it online, what do they want to see him go out on a stretcher?
I know, obviously, I spoke to this briefly about this at Arsenal yesterday, Frank. I mean, look, I asked Joe Parker immediately after the fight, which probably is the worst person to ask because he's in the fight and it's a
Well,
couple.
it's the heat of the moment, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course, weather. And Joe's exact words to me was he felt as though he was fine to continue. The majority of people I've spoke to have said that the stoppage was bang on. So yeah, there are a few people that have kind of indicated as well that possibly a tad too early. What's a tad too early? What, do they want to see two or three clean more punches for
It wasn't.
it?
You got. If you're not firing back, then it's a problem. The referee has no choice. But you know what down the line, what a good rematch that'd make.
Could that happen? Not
We
next.
will see. Joe said he wants to fight on, and they. I mean, look, these two guys didn't need to fight each other. They were in good positions. They could have just sat back and waited for their moment, but they didn't. They're fighters, and they went in there and they showed what they're all about.
So I mean, look, in regards to Fabio Wardley, we know he's sitting in a very good position. But with Alexander Usyk not going to fight this year, and a little bit unclear, and he's made comments to suggest he's going to carry on, etc. But what do you do with Fabio? Do you risk that slot he's got there against Usyk, Frank, or not? Or
The WBO convention starts tomorrow in Colombia,
yeah,
and they've ordered the fight. They'll order us now to commence negotiations, voluntary negotiations. If we can't agree terms, then they will call for a purse bid, and the fight will either go on or it won't. And if it doesn't go on because uh, Alexander doesn't want the fight, then he'll vacate the belt, or they'll strip him, and Fabio will be declared champion. So he's in a good position, whatever happens. Obviously, he would prefer to fight. I would prefer to fight. I think that fight's a big fight in the UK, a big fight, and I do think and do believe if he catches Alexander, I think if he catches him, he'll give him a problem, as he would do with anybody, because he can punch. We've seen that in 19 of his 20 fights. But Alex is the number one heavyweight of his generation. He holds the four belts, and there's a reason for that because he's such a great fighter. But what a good fight! What a good fight it would be.
Frank, I know I asked this the other day. I think you answered this the other day, but there's no situation where Wardley would have to fight for a vacant belt if Usyk is to either get stripped or relinquish that title. That will go straight to Fabio. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. All right. So he's in a very good position either way. But
Exactly.
I'm sure he'll want to win the belt. Do you know what I mean? As
Well,
opposed
that's how he is. He's a fighting man. I mean, God, I'll tell you what. A couple of times he gets in when he got caught, and he got caught with some good shots, and he's got a good chin. And I'll tell you what he does do. He gets his composure back quite quickly.
yeah.
And I know I'm talking a lot. Obviously, he won the fight, and I'm talking a lot about him rather than Joe. Joe's a former world champion on a tremendous run. I think, as we said earlier, six really good quality wins. But it amazes me that with Fabio, as I say, we're all just coming in 20 fights and where he's at. I mean, you've got to take your hat off to him for that,
Mm.
and his desire. He's such a fighting man.
And in regards to Joseph Parker, which and I think a lot of people see this as a shame where Parker put himself into this position, and now is he back to square one in terms of his?
Look, he can step in to fight anybody. I mean, it's not
Yeah,
been difficult for us to make fights. We've got a good roster of heavyweights. That all those guys you see, some of them on the stage, some of them are in the arena. They all want to fight each other. They all know what it's all about. They're there to fight. And the heavyweight division's been on fire. We've had, I mean, you think of the fights out in Riyadh, the heavyweight fights. I mean, Daniel Dubois has had three marvelous wins out there. He then beats AJ. He has a fight. He then fights Usyk, which, a couple of rounds I thought he'd done extremely well, but a big fight, another big fight. You think of Tyson and Usyk. You think of the fights that Ajit Kabayel has had, like with the Zhang fight. You think Zhang fights, the Hrgovic fights. Oh, I mean, it's on fire, the division. You think of Hooney against Fabio. You think of Fabio's fight against Fraser Clark. All these heavyweight fights, they're just unbelievable. It is, the division has never had so many good fights, one after another. It's like buses coming along.
I mean, yeah, I think let's check the weight limit on that stage the other day, Frank. There was a lot of heavyweight beef going on there in terms of
There was.
size of them. Um, Look, obviously, Daniel Dubois, when asked about who he wants, he said he wants to fight Kabayel. We know Kabayel was going to have a fight in January. I did speak to Daniel Dubois after the fight, and he said to me, ask Frank Warren who I'm fighting, as if to say there's something potentially big in the offing. So,
We're working on his fight. I mean, the fight we wanted to make was Caballero, but and for some reason, not from my point of view, it just didn't happen. But now there's talk of from both of them they want that fight, but we'll see. I mean, look, we're in the business of making the fights, and it's not the end of the world. I keep saying it. It's not the end of the world for the loser. There's fights to be made. There's lots of good fights to be made with these fellas. Good quality fights. It's on fire.
and then joining whoever was up there at that point was Derek Chisora and Dillian White, who on the night had kind of traded a few words, etc. Anything to say there, Frank? Or
Well, Dillian, and they both said they want it, and Dillian signed. He's up for it. He wants it badly. Derek started talking about the paper, having said that he wanted to fight. I don't, so we'll see. But me, I have no problem with that fight. They've got history. Third fight, I think it would be a great fight. We'll see what happens.
hmm. I mean, one of the confusing things.
And so he was there as well. Miller, he wanted the
Miller was
fight.
there.
You
Miller
know,
could go in with any of these as well, couldn't
what you're saying is dead right. It's not hard to make these fights, provided everybody's sensible.
he? But Frank, obviously for yourself, I'm assuming your show in December, you do want to kind of just get that done as soon as
I
possible.
want to get it, and I wanted to get it announced 3 weeks ago.
Hmm.
So it's not us stopping it from happening.
There was a little bit of talk about the 13th and the 20th, Frank. Can you make any comment on?
Until I get it sorted
Yeah.
out, it
Okay,
is what it is. Yeah.
fair enough. A Coley up there as well. Andy
Yeah, I mean,
there.
I'll tell you what, you have no problem with him about fighting. He was even challenging people on this. I like he's a pro. I like Lawrence. He's all right, and there's no like he don't want to duck anything. I'll fight you, and he's telling them, looking at them, yeah, I'll fight him, and I'll fight him. He's right on it. So he's out in Nigeria. He'll fight in Nigeria, as will David Adelaide on the same card.
Yeah, absolutely. That I mean, yeah, we briefly spoke about that the other day. They're going to Nigeria. There was a show there recently, so yeah, I think that's something that it's quite personal to them, isn't it, to fight out in Nigeria?
Yeah, they got that's part of their heritage, and that's where they want to go, and take your hat off to them for it.
December looks like it's going to be very busy. But yeah, just coming back to Saturday night, Frank. I mean, it was a great crowd then. Like I said, we missed these fight at the O2. It's the best venue for me down in the south anyway. The O2. So yeah, you must have been pleased with that turnout there.
Very much, very much. It's bloody good. It was a good turnout, and they turned out for like I say, it's at its level. It's the best. It's the best, and people know that. That's why they bought tickets and came.
Hmm, absolutely. Yeah, just Tyson Fury was present. I know he jumped in a couple of different interviews. But yeah, I mean, all the Furies were there. Got Shane, John, they were all there. And yeah, any conversations on Saturday night with Tyson or not really?
Yeah, I was sitting next to him. We was talking about the fights, watching the fights. Obviously, he was there for Joe. Yeah, it was. Yeah, he's indicated where he's at, and he said he was got some more filming. I think we're gonna have a couple more weeks filming. and then see what happens after that. But he's in a good place, and we'll see. But it seems to me he wants to fight.
Is it a case of when he's ready, he'll come to you, Frank, and have that conversation?
That's it. Yeah, no pushing him. He's not going. You couldn't push him anyway. He's not. He's not going to be doing that. He'll fight next year.
Yeah.
I think he will. His Paris doesn't want him to. His brothers don't want him to. His dad don't want him to. He don't need to. But if he's going to, then do it now. Don't be doing it in 3-4 years' time.
Hmm.
While you're young.
It's good to see him there the other day, though. It's
Yeah, it was.
just well, heavyweight night like that ain't the same without someone like Fury there. So whether he's fighting or not. Well, Frank, this week you back out in Manchester for Boatsy and Parker. Yeah, you've got the heavyweights and you've got a lot of the light heavyweights as well.
Yeah, and we're making the fights. I mean, Josh and Zach is a good, excuse me, a good quality fight. I mean, Josh is 19-1. I think Zach's 28-1. They've only lost a fight apiece. They're world-class fighters, and this is a big moment for both of them. They've got their eye, obviously, what's going on the 22nd in Riyadh with the Benavides fighting Anthony Yard. So, for them and the other light heavyweights, this is quite a sexy time in boxing.
Yeah, it's a great division, and we've got, like I said, I know at world level it is what it is. It's very difficult work, but at our domestic level at light heavyweights, there's a lot of good fighters there.
Yeah, they are, and we're blessed in the UK with some light heavyweights as we are with the heavyweights. So it's all good. I think we've got 3 light heavyweight fights. We have got 3 light heavyweight title fights on up in Manchester, and a really good undercard. I'm looking forward to the Liam Cameron and Troy Jones fight. That's a cracker. As Brack Bray and Lyndon Arthur, a Manchester derby. That's a cracker of a fight as well.
All right, well, that's Manchester, 1st of November, obviously live on the zone. Any indication about the pay-per-view, Frank, or is it too early for that from the weekend?
Too early for that, mate.
Yeah. Okay.
Too early.
All right, have you got anything else you'd like to add, Frank?
No, I mean, a great weekend, top of the league. Great night's boxing. I mean, don't get no better than that. What a great sporting weekend it was.
Definitely. Not for Man City or Liverpool, but anyway.
Oh, I'm telling you, my heart breaks. My heart bleeds.
All right, no problem. Well, no doubt at some point this week, Frank, I'll catch up with you in Manchester, and yeah, we'll look forward to another fight week.
And we'll do, and we'll have another good crowd up in Manchester. It's gone really well.
No doubt, absolutely. Quick one on Itauma. Frank, he was there the other day as well.
That fight's been ordered.
Yeah.
WBA have ordered it. We're on to them because we can't agree terms, and it don't look like we can. Just put it out the purse, please. Let's get on with it.
Yeah. So that Pulev Gassier fight isn't happening. What was announced?
Well, if it happens, the WBA are going to have to sort out what's going on with the. You can't order a mandatory and then let someone go and have another fight without having any sanction, can you?
Yeah.
And we're not the type of people to sit back on our arses and not make a fuss over it.
What a time to be alive, Frank. Frank Warren, thank you.
What a time for boxing, for British boxing. I mean, some fabulous fights, some fabulous fighters that we've got. It's just amazing. It's just amazing, and I certainly am loving every minute of it.
Right, Frank, we'll catch up in Manchester this week, and like I said, that show's on the 1st of November up in Manchester, live on the zone. So, yeah, appreciate your time, and we'll catch up then, Frank.
I'll see you there, my son. Be good.
In this sport, you don't wait for judges to decide your fate. TenexToken puts you in control. Stake instantly, speculate discreetly, and keep your moves private. Register now for your share of the $250,000 prize pool. Multiple winners, bigger chances. TenexToken.io. Terms and conditions apply.